I just wanted to ask you, like, if you could tell me about the housing or accommodation situation in Breda at the moment and like how it works.
Sure. Well, Breda has a growing number of students, which is really nice, but unfortunately, accommodation can be scarce. So it can be difficult for students to find a suitable place to live.
Okay.
The best advice I can give you is to start looking for a room quite early. So to start your program in September, do start looking for a room around May or June.
So a couple months before?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. We also have a housing buddy. So we have a colleague here at BUAS between mid-June and October, and she will help you with finding accommodation. So
that's very helpful.
Yes, definitely, because we know that you're not here yet, so she can do viewings if you're not in Breda.
It can be difficult to not see the room while trying to find accommodation.
You want to see the room before signing a lease contract.
But like as a student coming to Breda, what would be like the first step to do when looking for accommodation?
Well, we advise you to start by reading our housing manual.
That's on the website, right?
That's on the website, and it's full of tips and tricks. But also, a good way to find a student room is via Facebook.
Oh yeah, of course, yes.
A lot of students do put their rooms online, or also some private homeowners do offer their rooms, student houses, apartments or studios. So it's a great way to avoid like high registration fees and service costs. So that's a really good tip.
So just to join a lot of Facebook groups.
Exactly. In the menu you can find a really good list of groups.
Okay, yeah. So do that also in advance, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But I was wondering, like for example, for non-EU students, is it the same for them, or do they get some additional help? Because I can imagine it's maybe they're coming from further away, or
it's maybe harder for them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why we do offer some rooms for our non-EU students every year.
Okay.
We have a contract with one of our housing corporations, so we do offer them some rooms. These rooms are furnished, which is really
nice.
But keep in mind that these rooms do have a fixed contract date. So it's either for one semester of exchange or for 1 year for full degree students.
So not for your whole
Not for your
studies.
whole period, no, not for 4 years. After you've lived here for half a year or for a year, it's way easier to find a room yourself.
That's what I was going to say. Like you've been here, you know the city.
You know the city, you have some friends, so you can find a room way easier yourself. Some of these rooms are left. Of course, we do offer them to our EU students.
Oh, okay. So they can also use this if they're...
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. But how do they apply for them?
Well, they receive an email from our student office with their personal login details to the website. And that's where they can find the rooms.
But for both non-EU and EU students, like, there's probably something they have to really keep and pay attention to when trying to find a room.
Well, watch out for scammers.
Oh,
yeah. Unfortunately, we have a lot of frauds in Breda. So if you don't trust anything, if something feels suspicious, just reach out to us and we can always help you. If someone offers you a room just out of the blue, that's pretty weird. Don't trust it.
Yeah.
Or for example, if someone offers you a room from a Facebook account that looks really suspicious, for example, a new account without any friends.
Yeah, you know that's kind of fake,
You know that's fake,
yeah.
Exactly. Or if they start commenting beneath your pictures, just randomly.
Okay. So that's actually good tips.
Yes. So if you have a situation like that, you can always send an email to accommodation@buas.nl if you don't trust it, so we can take a look at it.
And help. Okay, that's really nice.
And another tip, keep in mind that it's perfectly fine if your room is not within walking distance from campus.
Just gonna ask, like, is it hard to, if it's somewhere, not close to campus, it's hard to get to campus, or?
Don't worry about that, because Dutch people love to cycle.
That's true.
And Breda is not a big city, so don't worry about that. To give you some more information about what the rooms look like in the Netherlands, most of the accommodations have like single student rooms.
Okay.
And then the kitchen, the bathroom and the living room are shared.
Okay.
And most of the times the rooms are not furnished. So there won't be any furniture there yet. For example, there will be no bed or no desk. But we have plenty of do-it-yourself stores, like second-hand stores and websites to get it cheaper. There are also a lot of Facebook groups where you can get your furniture. And of course, good old IKEA. It's around the corner, so don't worry about that. But of course, the rooms for our non-EU students, they are furnished.
Yeah, like you just mentioned before.
Exactly.
But what are like the kind of the price range that you can expect from renting in Breda?
Unfortunately, housing is not cheap in the Netherlands.
Oh, okay.
So in Breda, we would say houses cost between 400 and 600 euros per month.
Okay.
But keep in mind that you do also need to pay a deposit and an additional
yeah.
fee in your first month.
But you get it back when you move out.
You get it back if you
Exactly.
move out, exactly, yeah.
Okay, Pien, that's a lot of good information that will probably help a lot of students that are in their process. But any last advice?
Just start looking on time. Come to Breda a few days before your program starts. It's exciting, but let me tell you, it's all worth it. So
For sure it is.
yes, so good luck to all of the students, and if they have any questions left, they can always reach out to us via accommodation@buas.nl. We're always here to help.
Thank you so much. This was so helpful, and I think all the students will use this information in their process.
Well, that sounds good. Happy to help.